You should be embarrassed. Bottom line, you should be embarrassed. All right, it's another video. Let's get real with Jay Garcia here. So doing cardio, third workout of the day. Typically leave my cardio for the evening. Once it's all kind of said and done, we'll come in here and finish up with the cardio, do some abdominals, and then we're off to restart for the next day. Part of my routine, my schedule. I'll make a video on some of my routine as well. Somebody was asking about exercise workouts. You know, I do train. Of course, I compete in NPC bodybuilding, so it's something I use as discipline, but also something I look forward to. But the video for today, you all should be embarrassed. Some of you, not all of you. Okay, when I look at some of these young entrepreneurs, and I say young because I'm over 30 at this time. I used to be the youngest one in the room. Oh, Jay's so young. He's in here with us. You know, I've never felt young in that sense, but I was youngest in age, obviously. But it ain't the case anymore. And when I see some of these younger up and coming 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 17 years old, and already have made thousands on something, on a business. That's not what I was doing when I was 17, when I was 19 or 20, even 25 or 26. I don't know that I had a day plan for anything. So when I see them doing that, it's like, man, that is phenomenal. That is huge. You know, if you are willing to tuck down and work your ass off strategically, smart, you can, quotations, retire sooner. When I say retire, I'm talking about you're able to get successful sooner. You're able to enjoy nicer shit sooner. You're able to do things that other people can't do. Because remember, to live like no one else tomorrow, you have to live like no one else today. You have to do things that stand out. You have to do things that are differently. Step out of the box. All cliche, but it's there, it's real. Some of you are in your mid-40s, in your mid-50s, in your 60s, okay? And you're barely making ends meet. Sometimes even not even that. Sometimes you're having to borrow money to pay for your bills, okay? And we're not making a shame. We're not making fun of anybody. Take it as you will, really. This is Get Real with Jay. You know, take it as you want. But what are you doing to change that? That's always the question. Because remember, we all get the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What are you doing in between to make a difference? Some of you can barely make ends meet, but come Friday night, TGIF, you're partying it up. What are you celebrating? What did you do? What are you looking forward to? Another week of half-ass? Another week of barely making it by? A lot of things, right? And when you look at some of these younger generations, what are they doing? Why are they working so hard? What's in them that is not in you? What do they see that you don't see? Do they want it more? Do they need it more? Possibly, but they're doing something about it. And that's where that differentiates right there. They are not talking about it. They're not bitching about it, moaning about it. They're doing something about it. Okay? Because if you're in a place where you don't want to be, if there's something that you don't like, change it. That's the way that works. You're not a tree. You're not glued down. Change that shit to something different. Okay? When you see some of these younger generations, wealthy, instead of hating on them, okay, talking shit on them, why don't you think, what can I learn from them? You see, I'm a true believer that you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. So for those of you who are limited mindsets, the older you are, the wiser you are, bullshit. All around. Okay? I know plenty old people, older generation, no disrespecting the age. Okay? But they're not wealthy. They're not successful. And some of them can't even pay their power bill. Water's going to get cut off. Okay? Well, they were going to go out to eat, but they didn't even have enough of that to go out and have a meal. How minimal are you living by? Did you know that the majority, I want to say it's around 85% of America, lives paycheck to paycheck? Okay? What that really means, if they miss a paycheck, okay, for whatever reason, maybe the mail didn't come in this time. By Monday, they're broke. Now, does that sound like security? like something you want to be following through, like somebody who's wise. I can't even make it over a weekend without a paycheck because I have no money. You're working off fumes, okay? Thin air. And one little hiccup, gone. Can't make it. Now I can't pay this. Here's what happens when you get behind on bills, when you get behind on rent. There's late fees. Okay? You're breaking the rules, you're breaking the regulations, you're breaking the agreements, and now there is late fees, for instance. So if you couldn't make X amount of money to pay it on time, what makes you think now you can afford to pay that in a late fee? Not to mention now you're closer to the next payment